Hello everyone! Let's begin! The first thing, I need a theme. Theme. Sorry for my English. So I need something to draw, like some idea. And I need to change the music for something less electronic. Let's take an epic. I choose you, Pikachu. Okay, if I don't see anyone in chat telling me what to draw, I will use something called art prompts from artprompts.org. Oh, wait a second. That's better. And I think I will add my stream on a Facebook. Tweet it. Okay. Character, creature, environment. Hmm. Huh. Huh. All three are good. About the chat, there should be a, if you have an account on YouTube, there should be a chat on your right. You may have to click something. I don't know. Wait a second. I will just check it quickly. My channel. Yeah. For me, the chat is on the right side. And you have to be logged into YouTube. That should be it. Right now, only I'm in the chat, so I don't know what's wrong if you cannot write in the chat. I think I have enabled it. Transition options. Cannot change this. Cannot change this. The chat is online. I may have to like pause. Okay. Okay, I think it works. Okay. Okay, I have an idea. I have an idea. I don't know, I'm not sure if I will add a color this time because I made a lot of color drawings recently and it would be better to have some like black and white in this sketchbook because it's almost all color. Okay, I know. I cannot change the way it's lighten because I've got like very small space on my desk, so it has to be this way right now. Or I can always try to make it a little bit different. Just move it here and make it this way. Yeah, that's better, I think. Yeah, that's better. No, I don't need it. I don't need any lines to help me compose the thing. I cannot lose any second. It's hard, to think about beginner tips. As you said, it's important to have some like guidelines to help you, because in the tutorials they show you how to draw with some things like canon with right proportions. And right now I'm on this like level when I don't need some like measure things very much. I can like measure it with my eye. But sometimes when I see that something's not right, I will like take a pencil and check how many times like head is in a whole thing, in a whole human, uh, like you know, I will measure the human with his head. And it's important to have like 6 heads. It's almost always someone with normal proportions, with that's like very um, average human size. Someone with less than 6 heads is like very short, will have like short legs, short arms, big head. And someone with like this is very beginner stuff, like with a 7 heads, it's more heroic. 8 heads, it's like comic book proportions. The comic book heroes almost always have like 8 heads of height, and they are always like 4 heads, like 3 heads wide, 4 heads wide. Yeah, 6 heads for a whole figure. It's like normal proportions. It's like 6.5, like something like that. It looks like very average. 7, it looks good. 8 is something you can do to make it look heroic. Like smaller head, bigger body, looks more buffed. And sometimes it doesn't matter because you are just drawing only a part of a man or woman or creature. So you can cheat. As long as nobody can tell that you cheated, it's okay. like it only have to look good. Has to look good no matter what. And when you are like looking at the old masters, they very often had some tricks and strange strange proportions or contorted bodies, but if it looks good, it doesn't matter. But you know, when you are thinking about some basics, they are there to help you like practice your eye in like finding the right way to make it look good. So it's important to have some basics. And even I'm sometimes like going back to drawing some figures from nature, like measuring and practicing craft. While making a sketch, I don't think about details. I'm like thinking about the whole composition, and like adding details is often the last step. You know, it's like uh, if I show you some of the sketches, they're very like basic. This one is quite detailed right now. It's like has almost everything. You know, and drawing with like starting the whole thing with a pencil and then going to the ink or something like that is um, you know, when I'm drawing with the pencil, I always have a little, very little of detail. And when I'm going to the next step, like using something like this, or I had something like a Kuretake marker that has very, it's very like useful. Where do I have it? Oh, here it is. Like, I like this thing. It's like manga flexible. I have to buy another one because this one is quite used and it's like a little bit not new, and sometimes it's not doing well, especially if I'm doing a lot of lines. It's like starting to wear off. So this needs to be replaced. This one is very good. I got it from my brother. He was in Japan, and I think you can buy it here, but it's like a little brush with an ink cartridge inside. Yeah, I will have to find if I have to put a new one, but this one looks quite full, so this this is fun tool. Though you can make most of things with just these two things, because they can provide you with a different like the you know the line can be with a different weight with this. Like I made this one almost with nothing but more than those two and the one blue thingy. So you don't need a lot of tools. Yeah, thickness. Yeah, this one can provide you with a different thickness. This one can make very thick lines, like this one. This line on a border can be made with this brush. So they are hard to operate at first, but when you learn it, it's like something you will very much like it. And you can always use some like I don't know how to, like some 08 or 01 how do they pigment ink, I don't know how to call it. It's like Rapidograph or like one use. It's like you can make like 10 or 12 drawings with this. And you can always use it in the beginning when you are like still learning how to draw, because it provides you with one thickness marker, but you know it has its own name. It provides you with one like only one thickness of line, and it helps you to make it look nice. So I am using it when I'm very lazy. So I also found some like this kind of marker with a different color of pigment. So one is red. I have somewhere here a blue one, like this one, and it's sometimes like very useful when you want, for example, some different effects. I was like playing with it somewhere. Here, like making this border, or where is the cowboy? He has a nice cloud made with a blue one. Yeah, that's a cowboy, and like this whole cloud is drawn with this blue one. It makes it look lighter, you know, like a real cloud, like more delicate, and you can tell that's like a little bit different. Because black, it's always like oppressive and heavy, and you can using different color makes it a little bit lighter, a little bit more sensual. I don't know. Just try things, and sometimes it looks good, sometimes it looks bad, and you just should try things, draw more, and with the time you will find something interesting. I can see someone's writing me. Okay, I'm back. Okay. Okay, I think that's enough of the sketching. Let's go and drawing. As you can see, this thing doesn't look thin, but it can make quite fine lines. So I'm remembering that Jake Parker, draftsman with quite pedigree, was like talking that he made a whole like comic books with just like tools like this. Like he had like pen like this, if I remember correctly, and he used only this thing to make a whole comic. It was like, this is like brush marker or something like that. So I will be not talking much right now because I need a little bit of concentration. Yeah, like here, you can see that the uh, the brush on this thing, it's not quite like fine as it was at the beginning, so sometimes makes lines that doesn't look like I would like to, because they are like a little bit off. I would like them to be like more precise, but this thing gets a little bit used, so it doesn't always behave the way I would like. It's time to replace it, but I don't have a time right now to go to the shop. It's like very late hour, so all the shops are closed anyway. Like, I would like to have some emergency supplies sometimes, you know? Like, emergency drones, like flying to my house, giving me some useful like tools. I need to watch my camera because I feel sometimes it's like not focusing right. It's like changing focus and I don't like it. Like right now, when I'm putting a hand, like I will change some settings. Okay. Now it should be good. Okay. I think I closed the... Okay, I'm back. I closed the chat window, so sorry about that. Yeah, this music reminds me of something from Final Fantasy. Yeah, the image is building while I'm like drawing. It's like I have like some vague idea what I want to draw, but it's never like something one to one that I had every line, every dot precisely planned beforehand. It's like finding the shapes and finding the vision while I'm creating. It's like it's the part of the fun of drawing. Like because sometimes you will make a mistake and you will want to correct it while drawing. Yeah, you cannot plan everything. And also everybody has his own quirks, his own different things that he'll make, like this, the way he draws the lines, the way you put using like pen, putting the ink. Everyone is a little bit different, so not always the things that I do will work for you. You have to find your own way in drawing. That makes the style of the drawing. That things when I know people who are like looking their own style, but for me it's something that is like um, it's something that's like born naturally, something that's in you and only you can do. Of course, you can copy someone, like find his elements, but like interesting and trying to like make similar things, but it will always have a part of you. So even if you copy something, it will almost certainly be will not be something like one to one, ideally uh, like very similar. It's like it's drawing has always have some part of interpretation in it, even if you are like making realistic drawings, trying to copy nature, you will always have something, add something from yourself. and like this different approaches is what makes drawing good. Just don't force it, man. Don't force it. And also, copying things it's not always bad because you are learning things. Even if you are not doing something completely creative like drawing like from your imagination, you're always learning new things, how to use your tools, and that's the most important thing. Like your craft is very important. You will get somewhere eventually. And sometimes you may be surprised where the practice will take you. And almost certainly it will be something interesting. Sorry if you are seeing more of my head than a drawing, but like it's hard to work with this setup. Yeah, that's fair. Also, the important thing is to not be afraid to not be afraid to make something like bad, to break something, because it's also the way you learn. And you are not making nuclear bombs, so the risk of losing a life while drawing is pretty small, so I think people should be like not very afraid to draw something. You can be afraid to show it to someone. It's pretty natural, but you should show it to everyone to have some feedback. But you shouldn't be afraid to draw. Also, don't be very harsh for yourself, like comparing the things you draw to other people, because there's very big probability that the other person wouldn't be like able to draw the same thing that you draw. It's like, feel good about it. And even if you are not good about it, you're not good at drawing, at least you made a first step. Like, first step is always better than like sitting on your ass and doing nothing. I'm 30 like now, so you know, it doesn't have to be your career. Like, drawing can be your hobby, can be your like um, pastime, can be your like anti-stress drug. Because you know, when you are taking it easy, it's quite chill. Especially when it's not your work. It's mine, so. And I'm not stressing about it. I was stressing when I wanted to be my work, my job, and I couldn't find anyone to pay me for it, but right now it's good. It's like the time you have to put in it will give you back the talent, because you don't. It's like a hobby, but I like to be efficient. You know, you cannot do this from one, like have a be a master in one day. You need to put time in it. Even I feel that I'm not putting enough time. And it's also like riding a bike. When you cannot do the things that you learned already. Like, you cannot forget it for some like time, but it's always easier to remember things when you once knew it. It's also it's motor skill. It's not something like a language or playing a guitar. No, it's like playing a guitar. Yeah, you can forget math, you can forget equations, but the motor skills are a little bit different. If you put some time in them, even if you like take a break, and sometimes you need a break, you will in no time be back on your in shape. And as you can see, I'm using only this thing right now. I want to make it black and white. Guess I had some break from black and white drawings. I made lots of things with a color. So it would be nice to have a simple black and white drawing. The most important thing about drawing is to enjoy it. Like Bob Ross said, just take it easy. And enjoy. Enjoy painting, enjoy drawing. You can do that. You'll eventually make something great. This music is very dramatic. I feel I'm sneaking in some kind of Metal Gear Solid game. The darkness is swirling in the darkness. It's built from a swirly lines. I'm just like, I'm just like making it up as I go. It's not something that I'm like, watching like drawings of Rosa, the duck artist. He uses this like, you have to watch other artists to find the things that you like, and you are like making your own art, building it on it, like taking some things, like changing it a little, and you can find like things that it's not like there is a book to tell you everything about about drawing. You have to practice. You have to find some artists that you like, to find their like techniques that they are using, because when you are like when you are accustomed to the tools, you will easily find what you can do with it. So it's not important to find like a step-by-step tutorial how to do things, but to just take a tool and try different things with it. And when you were like making things up as it goes, that's the art. And sometimes you like finding the new things, and then you just make new art with it. Like I've got this thing, and where is this pumpkin head guy? Like this thing. It's like I'm using the same way of thinking about the picture here and here. Like lots of lines, lots of small details, like building similar mood. Like for me it's important to not let it be boring. Not making the same thing over and over again like an insane person. Just play with it. Make something different. That's why when I'm working with a marketing guy, I'm a little bit upset because they are like, oh, let's do the same thing over and over again. Because it works. It worked 100 times before. Why it shouldn't work right now? Because people are bored of it. Sometimes you need to make something different. And that's why I'm liking the site. Like I found this site called artprompts.org, and they've got like this random prompt generator when you're like having a couple of like random themes for your drawing to start. Oh, I forgot to send my pal the link. Where is he? Where is he? Because he was asking for it. Yep. And he was very mad when I didn't give him like this. I didn't give him the link the last time. I forgot about me. Blah, 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 blah. But this time I remembered, and half an hour into the stream or something like that. So shouldn't be as mad. Also, some people say that you shouldn't cross your lines with a straight angle, but for me it's like depends what's your drawing like. When you're very consistent and you can make it work, so I would not tell you to not do it. It looks better to have like very sharp angles when crossing your lines, but if you can make it work, why not? The only important thing is to make it look good in the end. So if you are this good that you can make straight angles look good, I will applaud you and say make more of it. Show me what you can do. Also, my motto is, if you can't do it, try to do it. At least in a drawing sense, because you will not, you're not like an evil scientist. You will not make people's life miserable because of your drawings. And if you do, you always can just hide it in your drawer. And it's and there's very little possibility that you will kill someone with your drawing. So there is nothing to be afraid while drawing. And there is very high possibility that someone would like it. People have different tastes. Some people like my stuff, some don't, and it's okay. People like different things. I feel that my brother would kill me if he know how I'm contorting sometimes my body to make drawing easier. Because he's like physiotherapist and he's like, you need to sit straight and be concerned about your posture and everything like that. Making a break, that's a good idea. Making a break is very important. And I have even a be right back card if I need a break. Be right back screen. I'm thinking about going back to like a photo, like a video essay form for some things that I made, but this time I will make it in English, so I will not make the same mistake twice. I'm not the best English speaker, but I need a little practice, so making a video essay in English is not a bad idea. Nobody will kill me for a video on YouTube, I think. At least they shouldn't, because they don't know where I live right now. I feel I made a mistake here. Also, yeah, jokes. Uh, Also, pro tip: almost always making more lines makes the drawing look better. Almost always. So it's harder to make a clean, very simple drawing than like just playing with lines and adding them, adding them, adding them, adding them. It's like tricks your mind that it looks better than it is in reality. So something like this, or this, or this, or this, when the lines are very very, there is not a lot of them. It's harder than making something like this. This is easier. Where I have less like very clean drawings. I don't think it's in this notebook. Like, you can see where like this thing made me like give me more trouble than making this thing. It's like, because as you can see, I made this one and I didn't like it, and then I made the second one because I liked the idea, but I didn't like the way it looked. The way I used, like, I overdid this thing. This has too much background, too much like lines, too much unnecessary things. So I remade it, made it a little bit less messy, a little bit more refined, and I like this version more. So if you can see that I'm doing a lot of lines, it's because I think I messed up something and I'm trying to like make it look better. At least that's my opinion. And that's why less means more. Also, I'm not good at jokes. I'm a very talky guy, and I'm talking much because, as with the lines, when you're not good at jokes, you're making a lot of them. Some of them will hit. I think I will change this. Yeah, as you can see, this is a little bit different. But at the same time, very similar. It's a little bit softer. You don't have to put as much strength in making the line thicker. And just like make it when you want to change the track, but you want to draw more than change the track. Okay, let's see. Where is this pretzel thing? Why I have two almost the identical? I think I don't need this one. Okay. Where's this pretzel thing? Let's change a little bit of the climate for something completely different. Rock? Yeah, rock is good. Also, I'm using this like site to with a free music to not be flagged, and it's streamer friendly apparently. But you will not hear now anything like commercial. But at least I feel it's not bad. You know what? Taking this thing out, using this tool helps me a little bit with this thing. Like, yeah, knowing when to use right tools is great. But no worries. I can save it. Adding more lines will save it. Yeah, heavy shadow. So remember, don't be afraid to mess up. You can always save the day. Somehow. Mm. This reminds me of a Tristan track from and it doesn't. I was just about to say this reminds me of Tristan from Diablo, and they just ruined everything. Next, please. Next. Yeah, I feel the rock part of this playlist is like it's lots of indie bands. Nope. I don't know about this one. I like how this thing makes this very distinct lines. I like having different tools. No, I don't like this one. Yeah. So they're saying he will be poisoned if he licks his thumb. Like in the name of the rose. If I remember it right. What was the name of that movie? And the book. Here's no Sean Connery. Il nome della rosa. If I read it correctly. I will butcher any language on this stream, even Polish. That's my national language. That's my home language. And I will butcher even this thing. Fresh meat. You can see how this thing can make quite nice thick lines. Greta Van Fleet, this isn't. If you like good rock, one of the best new bands is Greta Van Fleet. If I remember it. Greta Van Fleet, yeah. I remember the name correctly. Google for the rescue. And this isn't Greta Van Fleet. It's not even close. This thing, it's not even close either. But this Viking guitar thing, it's quite nice. I like it. It's cheesy, but I like cheese. Yeah, it's almost finished. I have to be careful to not overdo it. Like, to know when to finish the thing. It's got a little bit of Call of Cthulhu vibe. Writing down the mysteries that you should not know. Should not read. Should not talk about. So I feel like I'm going to some kind of Baywatch routine. Maybe next time I will use a small table for drawing. I will just use my couch and put the tripod somewhere else. Like on the ground. It's high enough to film from the ground, so why not? And here I've got my secret weapon that helps me when I mess up too much. It's a white gel pen. Some people are also doing like using some kind of white acrylic paint to mask their mistakes, because the shit happens and sometimes the drawing is good but you messed up this one thing that you don't like, so it's always like making it a little bit less noticeable. Yeah, I think it's finished. Don't let the urge make you add too much, because you will always have an urge to, I will make it a little bit better. I will add something. You can just mess up too much. Okay, that's finished. I feel like, yeah, that's the urge. I feel like I will add by being lazy with this thing. Yeah, from this like playlist, I like the Viking guitar the best. Shadows makes things more dramatic. I have to ask some artists for music, you know? Like Mayron, who made a soundtrack for, like the great soundtrack for Stage Drive. Stage Drift? Drift Stage! Yeah, the video game. You can see this thing is a little bit faster. Like it's Unipin. It's like this kind of marker that has one unified uh, thickness that you can use. And it's a little bit faster than doing it by the other tools. But the other tools have some fun, you know, fun things to them. Let's find something ambient. Okay. I don't want to mess it up more. Like, this is good. It doesn't need more, like, drunk. Oh, maybe a little bit here. I can always find a way to... make it look a little bit different. No, adding edges to thing, like making it thicker, makes it look closer. No, see you, man. Okay. I will take a short break right now. I will take some water, just like a break for like 5 minutes, 2 minutes. Stretch my limbs. Take something to drink because I forgot to take the water with me to my workstation, and I'll be right back. So enjoy the animation. Okay, I'm back. This needs a little bit of cleanup. That's a Tetris song. Alt to blocks. That's like song 1 on a Tetris soundtrack? I don't remember. Yeah, the stream is healthy. I'm still thinking what to do next. Or just to end the stream and maybe try to do a second one on... I don't know. Let me see. Tuesday, Thursday. I think it's a Thursday would be nice. Because I'm a little bit... Because the next one will be on the next Tuesday. Thursday would be nice because I could always make a second one. Also, this it's getting late, and the stream is for like almost 2 hours, and I'm getting tired. What, I have another prompt. Yeah, I think I will finish right now. And maybe make a second stream in a couple of days. Yes, I'm making this for fun, and overdoing things, it's not fun. And I'm not feeling like doing another one right now. Okay, so here is reserved for Sphinx on the next stream, because right now I'm not in the mood for a next one, and I don't think that's a good idea to try like force it, especially in this hour. It's like almost midnight, and I have to go to work tomorrow, so finishing right now is a good idea. So thank you for your participation. Thank you for your comments in the chat. And thank you for watching. We'll see again, I think, at Thursday. It will be 5th of July. And I will be streaming another drawing session, and also the next stream after that will be next Tuesday, the 10th of July, if I'm not making like some mistakes in naming the months in English. But I don't think I'm doing it. So the next is on the 10th, on the 5th, and the next after that is on the 10th. If I don't mess up and something doesn't pop up to make me stop, like stop me from streaming. So thank you again. See you. See ya next time. I will right now turn my microphone off and add this like be right back screen. So see ya.